Thank you for viewing this Salesforce demonstration on Net Zero Cloud. In today's demo, we'll review how UPak Storage uses Net Zero Cloud to understand their carbon emissions and the actions that they can take to become a net zero organization. UPak Storage is a small enterprise that provides on-site container drop-off with off-site warehouse storage for residential and commercial clients. They are a privately owned corporation that opened their first storage facility in Victoria, British Columbia, and have consistently expanded across Western Canada. UPak prides itself in its working environment, and its social committee regularly plans outdoor activities like whitewater rafting down the Thompson River, hiking the Chief in Squamish, and snowboarding at Whistler. Unfortunately, the extreme weather events that burned up much of the interior of the province in the summer of 2021 and the flooding across the lower mainland the following winter have not only threatened the UPak team's recreational activities, but their livelihood as well. Fortunately, none of UPak's storage facilities were damaged during the extreme weather events, but there were several tense moments over the past year. The UPak executive team understands that reducing carbon emissions is not only good for the environment, but good for business as well. UPak has already embarked on a journey to become a net zero organization, and moving to Salesforce Net Zero Cloud has allowed them to accelerate their pace. This demonstration will showcase how Gloria, the general manager, and Steve, the sustainability officer, use Net Zero Cloud in their day-to-day activities. Gloria joined UPak right out of university and has had the opportunity to work at many of UPak's facilities. She knows the warehouses and people intimately and wants to ensure that as the company expands, it does so in a sustainable manner. When Gloria enters the platform, she is immediately presented with the climate action dashboard that contains the metrics she needs. The donut and bar chart at the top display the organization's carbon footprint. The bar chart in the top right-hand corner identifies that the emissions associated with operating their warehouses is the biggest source of emissions, followed by the transportation of containers. In the bottom left, Gloria can see how the company's Scope 1, 2, and 3 emissions have trended over time. The significant spike in 2019 can be attributed to a new warehouse they acquired. While they were able to purchase the property at a great price, they quickly realized it had a leaky building envelope and it was very costly to heat and cool. They have since taken steps to improve the efficiency of the warehouse and are expecting a significant decline in Scope 2 emissions in 2020. Gloria has the ability to look at the emissions in this chart using the location-based or market-based methods. The renewable energy donut chart in the bottom right-hand corner shows Gloria how much energy UPak gets from renewable sources. They're currently offsetting their emissions from non-renewable sources, or on year 4 of a 10-year plan to be off fossil fuels altogether. Erica meets with her regional managers on a regular basis and uses this dashboard to collaboratively review the energy and emission data. She has an upcoming meeting with the Saskatchewan regional manager and selects that region. This is a relatively small warehouse looking to expand to container drop-off and pickup, but the scope breakdown chart in the bottom left catches her eye. She notices that they stopped recording Scope 3 emissions last year, so this is something that she is going to pursue at her next meeting. Gloria is interested in the emission details, so she clicks the Expand button to investigate further. She sees additional visualizations, but the electricity use and carbon intensity visualization is of interest. She notices that Edmonton is generating significantly more tons of CO2 per megawatt hour than other warehouses, so she'll discuss this as a candidate for their next phase of the solar panel rollout with her executive team. Gloria has to run to a meeting, but we'll review some of these action items with Steve later in the week. Steve started driving trucks for UPak in Victoria, British Columbia during his summer at college. He's the leader of the green team at UPak and is always looking for sustainable ideas to help the organization. When UPak rolled out Net Zero Cloud, they were able to work with their Salesforce admin Adam to deploy it quickly. The same skill set they used to build their marketing campaign helped in deploying their carbon accounting solution, and using the Salesforce platform meant that UPak didn't have to spend a lot of time learning a new software application. Steve uses the sustainability app like Gloria, but uses several of the other features. In the business travel impact dashboard, he can see the emissions associated to travel. While business travel has slowed during the time of the COVID pandemic, he can see that private charters are still being used, something he'll be sure to follow up with Gloria on. Steve spends a lot of time in the carbon footprints view, where he can track the progress being made for capturing the energy usage of the warehouses. Following the Japanese model for process efficiency, Steve switches to the Kanban view. The 8 stages of the carbon footprint process were tailored to meet the specific needs of UPak. Steve is currently validating the energy use data associated with their North Vancouver warehouse. As he scrolls down the page, he's looking to ensure that all of the data is complete. Whether buildings burn different types of fuel or measure their floor space in meters or feet, The conversion factors are built into the solution to ensure that data is accurate and consistent. Last year, when UPak was using spreadsheets for their carbon accounting system, not only did it take 5 times as long to complete the process, but they had to delay their final report because they realized that the wrong conversion factor was being used in their VLOOKUP. Steve doesn't worry about this anymore because the calculations are built in for him. Steve now performs a quick scan of the energy use records to ensure that nothing is missing. Now that he has performed his final review, he can simply drag the North Van warehouse into the next stage in the carbon footprinting process. You can see how Gloria and Steve are using Salesforce Net Zero Cloud to move UPak towards a net zero organization. If this little Canadian company can start the journey to becoming a net zero company, so can you.